Hello, my name is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about making a self-care plan. And a self-care plan is a list of things that you do to make yourself feel happier and better and rejuvenated and just inspired and just feel all around better. If you're feeling depressed or if you have anxiety, it really helps. If you're feeling just blue or just not yourself, these are definitely things that can help with that, and it's really important to make one just so that you have something to go and fall back on in case you do have one of these days, is a good reminder. And it's different for everyone. For me personally, I am going to be sharing with you what I do and the things that make me feel better, but everybody's different, so some of these things may be things that you do too, and sometimes they're completely different. But I hope that this inspires you to create a list of your own and to add these to your list if you realize that these are also things that you do that make you feel happier and better. So the first thing that I do is meditate, and for me this just means spending some time alone by myself in a peaceful environment so that I can pray, read my Bible, maybe sing praise and worship, just kind of get myself in a better place spiritually. And maybe that's not for you, and that's totally okay. Maybe that looks different to you, but for me the first thing that I need to go to is just to get myself all in one place spiritually, and then I can move on from there. And that's the best way to start feeling better for myself. I really love journaling. I love getting to just put my emotions down on paper. It really helps me sort out how I'm feeling, why I'm feeling the way that I am, and it helps me to understand the situation a lot more. So I really love creative journaling and just putting my emotions down, like I said. But another thing that I love to journal is what I'm grateful for, and every day I will pick something specific that I'm just really thankful for, and I will write it down, write why I'm thankful for it, and keeping track of that and focusing on the things in your life that you've been blessed with and that you are grateful for is really important, because it keeps you on a track where you're not focusing so much on the things that you don't have. And focusing on the things that we don't have tends to, at least for me, bring me down, and I'd rather be built up and be focusing on what I have been blessed with than what I am still waiting for or still have not had, or all those things. So that has been a huge help to me as well. I think one of the most obvious things that it should be obvious but is really not as obvious as it should be is self-reflection. And this is the first thing that should probably be done in a situation like this, but sometimes it's just actually reflecting on your life and the circumstances that are going on to see if any of those things might be why you're feeling down. Sometimes it's an emotional thing in which the journaling can help, and sometimes it's a physical thing, so exercising or eating better. Maybe you're dehydrated. I know some of those things you just have to think about and remind yourself, and sometimes your body is telling you that the way you're feeling is as a result of this. Like if you have headaches, I get headaches from not getting enough sleep or from being dehydrated. And sometimes just reflecting on what's going on in your life and thinking about it, and then fixing that can be the biggest solution to whatever you're going through. So my next thing, which has always been something that I've struggled with, because on my lazy days I tend to love just staying in, sleeping in, and staying in my pajamas, just having a day where I'm hanging out at the house by myself and I'm not getting ready or anything like that. But those days can really bring me down at the same time. So as comfy and as fun as they are on some random occasion, I really have to remember and keep in mind that if I'm having one of those days, how it could make me feel, and think that I want to make sure to feel better regardless of the situation. So, waking up on a timely schedule, and then, showering and getting ready for the day, even if you're not doing makeup, which although that is a good thing that can make you feel good, it's not necessarily necessary, but just getting yourself ready, going through your skincare routine, putting on clothes other than pajamas, just getting yourself ready, especially if you work from home. That can be a huge challenge, to just want to head on down to the computer or pick up the phone in your pajamas, and stay that way all day. I mean, when you start working, you kind of go on for ages and you kind of lose track of time. And so it's just really helpful to have that mindset, present yourself with that, with how you want to feel through your appearance in the day. So that is one of the biggest things that I have to keep in mind, and that I have to remind myself, is doing that. So if you're like me and you have any of those days, maybe try doing that. So here is the fun one. I absolutely love treating myself to a pampering day, or a pampering, not necessarily a day, but like a pampering time just for myself, whether that's giving myself a manicure, or, getting a nice hot bubble bath, or doing a facial mask, just making myself feel like I'm deserving of being pampered by actually taking care of myself and pampering myself. Not only makes me feel better, internally, but also externally as well, because I feel how I look. So if I'm taking care of myself, if I'm doing something good for my skin, then that makes me feel good and it shows in my skin. So that is probably my favorite tip, because it always is something that makes me feel cheered up and gives me an extra boost, because I feel good about it. So, and it's super, super fun, and you get to do fun, girly things. So, pampering is a definite must for me always. So, life can be busy and stressful. And I don't know if you're like me and you have a busy schedule. Maybe you're a mom, maybe you have a really hectic work schedule. Maybe you just have a lot going on between, work and home. Who knows? But regardless, I think it's so important to take the time to pencil in something for yourself, just to enjoy doing what you love and are passionate about. So if it's a hobby, if you like scrapbooking, or if there's a sport that you like, or anything like that, just taking the time to actually whether that's going out with some girlfriends who, or some friends that like to do the same thing as you do, or even if it's just, getting away and being by yourself and doing something that you love, just do it. Pencil it in, make that, time for yourself, because it is so important to remember that you are not this, and this. You have interests, you have dislikes and likes and, passions, and you need to be able to embrace those as a human. And that's been something that's really important for me as a new mom. And I've only been a mom for like a month now, but just keeping in mind that that's not the only thing that defines me is really important, and has been something that's really helped me to just kind of keep my sanity and to make time for myself so that I can remember and embrace who I am as an individual, more than just all of these terms that I also am. So I think that that's really important. So the last thing that I wanted to share with you is cleaning, which I know you think I'm probably crazy for saying, but They say that when you have a ton of things around you and you're disorganized and you've got, like, you know, socks here and shoes there and dishes here, and, you know, it's visual noise. And so it's really hard for me to be productive and to focus on things when I'm surrounded by a mess. And it has been really hard for me being pregnant, because I can't lift heavy things and I have a lack of energy, so keeping up with it was quite a challenge. And now I feel so much better. I've got my energy back and everything, so I feel better now that I'm able to do it, but I feel even better because I now have an environment that I feel more productive in because it's clean and I'm not staring at the quote-unquote visual noise. So keeping things organized and picked up is a huge thing for me, and it would probably help if you were in an environment that was like that as well for you, if that's something that you're dealing with or struggling with. So that is my last tip for you. I hope you enjoyed the list that I had and it inspired you to create your own. I hope that these ideas helped as well, and let me know if you are like me and these are the things that make you feel better, which ones make you feel better, and if there's something completely different I want to hear, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.